Time now for Talk of the Town, where me and Brady King and Nick Rothschild give you our opinions and thoughts on what's going on in the sports world. And also, we've got your voice involved, fans and viewers. Tell us what they want to talk about here. And so we combine all that, and let's go, shall we? All right,
do it.
First thing, we've had 2 acclimation practices and 2 non-pads practices at training camp. So from what I've seen, everything looks great. Because they're playing against air, there's no hitting. But this looks like, Nick, a well-oiled machine, not a learning training camp or, whoa, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? It looks like everybody knows what they're doing out there.
Well, I think we felt when Sean Payton took over a couple of years ago that was the biggest change at camp. It was more of like execution-based learning. It wasn't fun, rah-rah, 7-on-7 stuff. It was, okay, we're going to get to our drills, we're going to get things done, we're going to put work in. And Sean Payton has only ingrained that into the players more so over his time here. It is, you said it's a well-oiled machine. I would almost call it militaristic. They are so on point on schedule, but I think that's a good thing because in this day and age with the way that football is played, you need these guys focused.
Well, Brady, on Facebook, a viewer wrote in, Steve Vinzi said, best O-line, best defense, running game, Pro Bowl tight end, 12 to 14 wins. Love that, Steve, but there's no way to tell that right now. But again, as Nick said, this thing looks good on paper without pads.
Yeah, I love the optimism from the fans because I think it is exciting. This team feels like they are further ahead than they were last year at this point. I think Bo Nix has a lot to do with that. Obviously, Sean Payton has a lot to do with that. But yeah, I think the expectations should be higher. This team went to the playoffs last year. They retained much of the roster and added some really key pieces, specifically in the run game, which I know we're going to talk about. So I think the expectations should be pretty high. Is it Super Bowl or bust? Absolutely not. But I think this will be a good year.
Yeah, we got an email from Adam Martinez who said, did the Broncos get a starting running back in the draft in RJ Harvey? From the looks of him, I mean, his legs and quads and thighs, yes, we got it. But he's part of that first team so far, Nick. Also, J.K. Dobbins. I think it's between those two to be the starting running back. But we'll find out when the pads come out and the preseason games start.
Look, I can tell you, if he's healthy, he will start games this season, if only because Sean Payton likes to mix up his running backs, right? If J.K. Dobbins and R.J. Harvey are both healthy throughout the year, those two are going to be your main guys. Who starts, who comes in second. It's going to be a game-to-game thing. I think health is the main issue here, though, because Dobbins has had injury plagued his entire career pretty much. R.J. Harvey, we don't really know how his body will handle an NFL workload. But I do think that stable of running backs that they have right now behind one of the best offensive lines in football, it will be something that should propel this team to winning.
Well, health is the key to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, when you say, oh, the Broncos, their starting roster looks like one of the best in the NFL, you're talking about pretty much starters because you don't know anything about really the reserves, second-teamers, backups. 4 or 5 starters go down, and it changes everything, including Bo Nix. So healthy, yes, but no team stays healthy during the season.
No, Drew Sanders already went down, which was awful to see that this early on in training camp, but it's bound to happen to some of these guys. I was thankful that it is not the Achilles. Hopefully it's nothing super serious, but that's the nature of the game, right? These guys are going to get injured at some point. I think a lot of them play through injuries throughout the entire season. So I think if they can keep their core guys, the big guys that they need out there every single week, healthy enough, this team can go far.
Yeah, but when you're evaluating a roster, Lionel, you're evaluating the entire roster. And I think when ESPN ranks them as a top 6 roster in the NFL, what they're looking at is the way this thing has been constructed. They have found depth at almost every position between George Payton, Sean Payton, and the scouting department. A testament to that, too, is how often they get undrafted guys to perform. I mean, Dondre Tillman, who was playing in the XFL a couple years ago, looks like a legitimate pass rusher now. You've got Jerwan Newton, an undrafted free agent, a wide receiver out of Toledo. He's been one of the darlings of this early portion of camp because he's just making plays. So the front office has proven they know how to bring in talented guys from all over the place, and Sean Payton has proven that he can get them to execute on the field, hence a great roster.
Brandon Jones mentioned yesterday, too, after practice, that the depth is what feels different about this year, that they finally have guys in those positions because of who they drafted, that they do have backups rather than just the guys they're relying on week in and week out.
All right, finally, as we all have talked about Bo Nix, he's a second-year player, a veteran. He's not a rookie. He's not overwhelmed trying to learn Sean Payton's system, trying to figure out what to do. No, he knows what to do. Now is the time to perfect it. And Russell Kelly on Facebook said, man, everybody needs to calm down and see what Bo Nix does in his second year. I mean, it's kind of the voice of reason is a Super Bowl and 13 wins, and let's see what happens when Bo takes the field in game 1 of year 2.
When the rest of the league ranks him 64th best, I think that tells you that we're maybe not even hyping him up enough because they believe his talent is already that top 100 quality. So, yeah, okay, whatever. Let's wait and see what happens this year, but come on, guys. He's legit.
All right, guys, great stuff, and thank you for your voice on Talk of the Town as well. And Denver 7 Sports will be right back after this break.